What is inspired action? I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Before I go into this video, I have one comment that I will address from last video, and that says, can you do a video on how our negative thoughts about other people affects our vibration? It would be very helpful for more information on that. The more in-depth, the better. Why do we want to destroy others? Real-time handling. Well, indeed, why do we want to destroy others, think negative thoughts about others when we know that negative thoughts really get in the way of us receiving the good life that we want? And we want to really stop doing that, because this is a big part of what causes us to block the receiving of the things that we want, using other people as a reason to go into negative energy. And what are some of those things that we're doing? Well, we might see people and we don't think they deserve what they have, that we work harder or we're kinder or more education or whatever it is, and that they don't deserve, for some reason or another, they don't deserve to have it. And so we're kind of offside with that and not liking them too much. Or maybe we want to see somebody fail because they are achieving some things that we haven't, and we're kind of feeling a little bit of envy or jealousy over what other people are achieving, and so we'd like to see them sort of fall down. And the other things are, we want to get even or payback, so we may have thought somebody was treating us unfairly, that kind of thing, and we want to get even there. So there's three big ones that take us into negative feeling thoughts about others. And why do we do that? Why do we go there? Why do we choose to go there? Well, clearly, we just don't have any place else to go, and we're looking for some satisfaction. We want to feel better from where we are. It doesn't feel good that we're seeing people behave or in certain ways that we look at it and we think, well, we're not getting our share in life. And so one way to get some relief is to find satisfaction in these negative feeling thoughts. But even though satisfaction is a high vibration, the root vibration here, the root emotion, is very negative. It's envious, jealousy, could be anger, or different negative emotions. But it's definitely a negatively driven thing, and we just don't know how. We don't know how to think anything differently, or we would. If we knew how to easily think in a way that we could give up those negative feeling thoughts, we would. And that's what I'm all about teaching people is, well, how do we do that? Because our life is never going to be the way we want it to be. It's never going to be that high vibration, easy flowing life, as long as we're looking at people and using them as an excuse to bring negative feeling thoughts into our mind. So let's see if we can expand on to a broader perspective that lets us look at this in such a way that we can start to soothe those negative feeling thoughts and basically get rid of them altogether. So one understanding is that whatever's going on around you is simply the reflection of what's going on within you. So everybody that shows up in your experience, no matter who it is, what they're doing, they are somewhere a vibrational match to something in you. That means you've got a faulty belief going on, and you're inviting them, okay? So they're not arbitrarily showing up in your life. So this can start to break the ice, start to soothe things, to know that, okay, they're not doing something to me. It's not the bad situation I thought it was. These people are just actually helping me because they're reflecting back something that's telling me that my perspective on this is out of alignment. And so I want to clean up the faulty beliefs that are causing me to invite these kinds of people or situations into my life. And once I do that, then the experience is going to change. So in that sense, these people are really vibrational helpers to us. So just knowing that kind of moves us a little bit to an acceptance that, again, this is not the bad situation maybe that we thought it was, and it's more about vibration and something we're doing with our vibration more than something that they're doing to us or that life is doing to us. So that's one thing that can really start to change the tide here and start softening this up. Now let's go over to the creative process, because that will really give us the whole piece that lets us do that. So in the creative process, we can see we are the independent creator of our reality. And I've been adding to this list down here because from different comments, people talking about different things in the physical world and how they affect our life. And what I want to reinforce with you is that in the creative process, nothing can interfere with us unless we let it. We are the independent creator of our reality. Between us and our inner being and these elements of the creative process, we can be, do, and have whatever we want. And it does nothing to do with age or money or time, body shape, characteristics, gender, government policies, and now I'm adding other people. Other people cannot steal our sunshine unless we allow it to happen by the thoughts that we choose. And I've seen it before where people choose to feel negative about somebody and that other person feels quite good and really hasn't done anything at all, but just because faulty beliefs, we have a perspective on a person and we get negative, and it's really all of our own poison. It's nothing about them at all. So we want to, in that way, leave people out of the equation, other than to think good thoughts about people and see them as vibrational helpers and that kind of thing. But again, if we're going to have a thought about them, we want to think good thoughts about them. So again, we know life causes us to ask. That's automatic when we experience something we don't like. Our inner being knows that, sets it all up for us to receive, which we do when we're feeling good. That positive emotion energy to the law of attraction then hooks us up with the details. And then there's inspired action, which I'll talk more about in this video. And that, of course, brings us together with the things that we want. So we can be, do, or have anything we want. Why would we interfere with that by thinking thoughts about people that don't feel good? You see, the fact that you know this, you can be, do, or have anything you want, you're going to stop looking at people with envy, or they got something you don't have or can't have, or, life is not fair in some way. And the thing is, the law of attraction takes care of everybody because it's the justice system of the universe. If you give low vibe out, you're going to get it back. So when we know all of this, then we just have all of the reasons to think good about people and stop seeing them in that negative way and talking about them, interacting in those negative ways. So again, if you're not solid on the creative process, you want to get solid. And one place to do that is in my book, The Book of Life, if you choose that. And that's something that we really want to learn. It's that knowledge of life, and how can we really, live life in any effective way if we don't know how it works. So we got to know how it works. And that's the reason in the first place that we're in this place where we're thinking negatively about people. And, we just don't have the education. And that's simple as that. There's no other way to say it. There's a way to live on this planet in high vibration, and we didn't learn it. So if you want to live it, you got to learn it. Okay, so let's go back to the video. And let's see if I can get into the right screen here. Okay, inspired action. Let's talk about, one more thing I want to say about that last slide. So in dealing with this real time, so if you are in with people, knowing what I just said, these two things about everything's the reflection of your vibration and you're the creator of your reality, you can be, do, and have anything you want, independent of any other person. Then when somebody is behaving in some nasty way, then you can, in your head, you can say, thank you. Those words, thank you, can be quite magical because they trigger you to remember that the person is a vibrational feedback for you to realize you got a faulty belief about either yourself, self-worth thing, or just, life being unfair, or about other people. And, you want to clean that up. So you can say that inwardly to yourself. If you're engaging with them, and they're saying something, you can say, well, thank you for sharing your point of view. But you want to diffuse the situation. You don't want to react, because if you react, you keep that energy alive. If you respond, and you respond every time with something that's, a positive feeling, then you're going to displace those faulty beliefs, and then everything cleans up and you start getting more of the life that you want. So that, I guess, covers really that comment. So let's go over to the video. So what is inspired action? Well, inspired action is action that feels good when you do it, which doesn't mean you only do what feels good. As somebody said in a comment, you mean I only do what feels good and I don't have to do all those things that I'm doing that I don't want to do? And the answer to that is no, that's not the way it works, because there's always going to be contrast in life. That means we're in a situation that we don't like, and that's the natural asking. And then from that, we do ask. It's all transparent. Our inner being picks it up and creates all the details for us to receive it. And we're still in that same situation. So we got to find a way to feel good about it. So it's that we don't give up the things because there's something about them that doesn't feel good. Imagine if you just said, well, I don't like my job anymore, I'm not going back to it. Well, you could create a lot of resistance for yourself. And in all other situations of life too, that's true. It's not about a matter of just walking away from things. It's changing your energy so that you feel good about them. You find the feel good parts of them, and there always feel good parts of them. And I talked about in other videos how to find the feel-good parts of the things that you don't totally like, so that your emotional energy is 100% feel-good. So if you are in a job and you don't totally like it, you want to get up in the morning or night, whenever you're working it, and you want to have a positive attitude about it. So you set your vibration so that you're feeling good and you're looking forward to going to it, because you can find positive aspects to focus on. And in that way, you're allowing yourself to receive the path to the new experience, the new job that you want. That's the thing that lets you receive it. That's the thing that changes your life. When you look at a situation, you're in a situation you don't like, but you find positive aspects about it. What's your favorite about it? What feels good about it? Anything like that, so that when you go to it, you're taking the action to go to it, that you're going to it with good feeling thought energy. So the action is coming out of good feeling thought energy. The action is not coming out of drudgery or boredom or I don't want to do this or that kind of thing. We don't want any of that going into any kind of action, because that low vibration is not going to be good for us. So there's two kinds of inspired action, and one I just talked about, which is chosen inspired action. So we choose to feel good, find thoughts that feel good about something before we act on it. So we feel good, we choose to find ways that feel good about our job before we go to it. So that's inspired action, that's chosen. Inspired action just means feel good action. So the other kind of inspired action is received inspired action. So as we choose to feel good about what we're doing and choose to feel good about the actions that we're taking from a positive perspective point of view, now we're going to start to receive the path to the things that we want. And in this case, it's a job that we want. And so as we're feeling good feeling thoughts about it, we are positive emotion, high vibration. We're a match to the things that we want and the path to them. And so now through the law of attraction, our inner being will give us details. And inspired action is one of those details. So it'll come to us, the action will come to us, we'll have an idea, a hunch, something that will make us want to go into action. And that those actions will lead us to receiving that new job. So that's what inspired action is, versus the old school world of I should do it action, I have to do it action, make it happen action. So over here, if we took the attitude, well, I got to go to that job, and I don't like this and I don't like that, but I got to go. You see, that's a totally negative viewpoint, and that's this kind of action. Then it's not inspired action. It's not feeling good action at all. It's forced action, making yourself go do something you don't want to do. But you could see from what I described, it's the same situation, but you're making it inspired action because you're finding the goodness of it. And of course, that is the way that we live as the creator of our reality, to invite the things that we want to manifest in our life. So back over here, we're running around and we're forced action. We're making things happen. We're figuring things out. And after a while, we get burnt out, tired out, sick and tired. And we got to sort of take a break and get reset a bit, recharged. And then we go back at it again. It can be like a lifetime of that, and then we're focused and concentrating and intentional, and in terms of having the intent to force our way through something or figure it out, not giving up until it's done. But then again, we get burnt out and tired out. So that is the old school world of make it happen action. And it really doesn't serve us very well at all. This is where a lot of imbalance comes from in terms of misalignment of our energy, and then that causes ailments of our body. It causes interference with our relationships. That negative energy really can be like a dark cloud in our life. So we don't want to do that. We want to stop doing that. We want to live this life of inspired action. And we can most certainly do it. With the creative process, helps us to find all those good feeling ways to think about things. So that is the video for today, just to help you clearly understand what inspired action is and how that is part of the creative process. And it all fits in because it's all good feeling stuff. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them on the post. Thanks for listening in, and have yourself a great day.